Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer. Take a trip into the macabre world of goth modeling in the new millennium in this spooktacular Spinsterella story. Pick up your copy of Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer in paperback and e-readers at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis, the Beauty Myth. Learn the beauty secrets of the goddess next door in this action-packed Isis series adventure. Get Isis, the Beauty Myth at online booksellers everywhere today. Better get the cool slow, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. I will never buy a copy of British GQ magazine or any GQ magazines for the rest of my life. And the reason why I will never buy a magazine from the publishers of GQ is because the publishers of GQ insulted black people as a collective by naming Cynthia Erivo to be one of its Men of the Year. Now, Cynthia Erivo is a black actress, and what British GQ is thinking that it's going to do is say that by declaring this black woman to be Man of the Year, that they're trying to be some sort of tongue-in-cheek. But what they're really doing is participating in anti-black racism towards black men and black women by saying that this black woman is a Man of the Year, and what they're doing is basically insulting both black men and black women by making this statement. Now, British GQ wanted to declare Cynthia Erivo as Man of the Year to basically be a part of the cross promotion of the new Wicked sequel. And what they want to do was go out here and look to elevate the status of Cynthia Erivo in its publication, but what they really were doing was again passively pushing Cynthia Erivo as part of that Wicked campaign. But what they were doing wickedly aggressively behind the scenes was taking an insult to black people as a collective. Now, this declaration of Cynthia Erivo to be a Man of the Year, where she's taking pictures of herself having a bald head and wearing BDSM style clothes, is an insult directed at foundational black American men and foundational black American women. And the insult to foundational black American men is but British GQ basically saying that they could not find any black men within the collective of men globally to be a Man of the Year, and that they didn't find any black man masculine as related to the standards for their Man of the Year. So they needed to go out here and declare a black woman to be the Man of the Year. And as they did this, they wanted to present the most masculine image of a black woman who has a picture of herself with a bald head, wearing masculine style sunglasses and a nose ring and BDSM gear. And this is all symbolic to make a statement about black women as a collective, a statement that says that the black woman, again, is the masculine one and the dominant one in the community. That's what's being made here as a statement by British GQ. Again, here we have a fashion magazine for men, and what they do with these imagery is look to emasculate the image of black men by, again, masculinizing the image of a black woman, and not only saying that that woman is masculine, but looking to put this woman in bondage gear, to say that this woman is the dominant one and the one in control of the community. That's what's being said here in the imagery with Cynthia Erivo. Again, pushing an image of saying that the black woman is masculine, and so masculine and dominant that they don't see a black man in a leadership role. They don't see a black man in a power position. No, they see only a black woman as having power. And again, this is an insult directed to both black men and black women, because This takes the black man and says that his masculinity has so little value to British GQ that they don't even consider him to be masculine anymore, and goes out here and says to the black woman that she is the masculine one and the dominant one. And this is a narrative that white supremacy has been pushing all throughout its history as related to black men and black women for centuries. And what they wanted to do here, again, is reinforce a narrative to take away a black woman's beauty and femininity that they've been doing for some time. And a recent depiction of this was in a statue of a black woman that was presented in Times Square as the ideal that was presented by some white female and some black British bootleg artists. They presented us with this statue of this obese, masculine looking black woman in a statue and presented this to be their ideal of a black woman. And sadly, many people didn't really see how they were being insulted by this statue of this black woman, which was placed in around a bunch of statues of men. What they were looking to do was say, hey, this black woman is just like a black man, and again, look to take away the black woman's femininity, take away the black woman's humanity. That's what they were looking to do with that statue in Times Square. And sadly, many black women, basically so desperate and starved for attention, couldn't see what insult was being directed at them. No, sadly, many black women couldn't see how that statue was a mockery of black women as a collective, no different than the efforts by this magazine to do this with Cynthia Erivo, because what they want to do, again, is take away the black woman's femininity, take away what makes her distinct, and basically say that she is the same as a black man. And again, no different than what the media did with that statue, and also has been doing for many years with campaigns like saying that the black woman basically should get a card on Father's Day by saying that she is the mother and the father, and since she's taking on both roles, she is entitled to a card on Father's Day, again devaluing the role of a man, devaluing the power of a man, devaluing what everything that a black man is. And that's what, again, is an insult with this magazine, taking away a black woman's beauty, taking away a black woman's femininity, taking away everything as related to her humanity. And again, sadly, what's sad about this is that you'll have some in the collective of black women who will celebrate this and not see it as the insult directed at black women as a collective. That's the sad part. That's really the saddest part with me. I mean, many black women won't see how this is an insult. They'll take it as a compliment. They'll take it as a compliment. Oh, I'm in the same place as a man, but you're not supposed to be in the same place as a man. You're supposed to be in the same place as a woman. But these women, because they, again, covet that power that white supremacists give them, won't see how they basically are being insulted, and again being mocked by this whole recent campaign. They'll think, oh, they're putting this black celebrity in this place, not understanding what is happening here is that they're being manipulated by a black female bootleg, because Cynthia Erivo is one of these foreign-born tethers who basically, again, goes out here and looks for to do whatever the white supremacists tell her, and look to push the narratives they want to push. And one of the narratives they want to push is look to create gender confusion among black men and black women. They want to feminize and emasculate the black man and say that he is not a man. And then they want to go out here and masculinize the black woman and again take away from the things that make her feminine, take her soft, make her beautiful. They want to take away from those things and make a black woman like a black man. And again, do this to try to weaken black people as a collective. And that's what's being done here by saying that Cynthia Erivo is a man of the year. Again, this is an insult directed to foundational black Americans as a collective, because this is being done, again, in a European magazine, done, again, directed straight at us as an insult directed straight at us. You want to say that this black woman, again, has all the power as related to the black community, and want to, again, elevate her in a way that emasculates black men. That's what this whole campaign is all about. Again, with these media outlets, they look to, again, take shots at foundational black Americans and take shots at black people as a collective. They want to take shots at us as related to making mockery of us and programming ideas in the minds of black women that they can be the same as black men, because that's part of their campaign. Again, they want to program an idea that the black woman can be in the role of a man as related to things, and say that the black man is so weak and effeminized that we can put him in dresses and emasculate him, and say that he is not a man they regard. No, they want to say that the black woman is the only one that they see as having power. And again, if you buy into this media, you'll wind up buying into some toxic programming that'll basically mess you up. And that's what's being done in between the pages of British GQ. They want to, again, push and what they want to do is push an anti-black agenda in the pages of British GQ. And this is why we need to not support these magazines like GQ and go out here and create our own black media, like I do here on the SJS Direct imprint. Now, here on the SJS Direct imprint, I go out of my way to celebrate and elevate black femininity in books that I do, like the ISIS series or the STEAM series, or books like the recent Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer. I go out of my way to celebrate black femininity and celebrate black beauty, no different than the publishers of Ebony and Jet did with magazines like Ebony and Jet, and magazines like Jet's Beauty of the Week Pinups. In those magazines, they look to elevate our sisters and celebrate their femininity and celebrate their beauty, and that's something that I believe we need to do, black men and black women out here. We have to celebrate our sisters and let them know that we see them as beautiful, we see them as attractive and desirable, so that they don't go out here and buy into the toxic programming of mainstream media that is designed to go out here and, again, present us with false narratives by, like, saying, oh, the black woman is like a black man. Again, if you made that same statement to a white woman or a non-black woman, it would be seen as the insult it actually is. I mean, if a magazine like GQ were to go out here and say one of these white women who was popular, like a Taylor Swift, was Man of the Year, there would be outrage from those white women. And if it said one of these Asian women out here, like Michelle Yeoh, was a Man of the Year, guarantee you all those Koreans, Japanese, and Chinese would be outraged and basically calling for somebody to be fired. And if they did this in the Muslim community, basically it would be on like hot buttered popcorn. No, the reason why they do this is because in the black community, we don't have a standard for ourselves. No, we don't have a standard to say to everyone, hey, you're not going to disrespect us. And again, the way we take our respect is by going out here and supporting media that elevates our brothers and sisters out here by presenting our black men as men, presenting our black women as soft and feminine, presenting our black women as beautiful, presenting our black women as smart, and again, presenting our black women in a balanced fashion. That's something I do here on SJS Direct, and I'm trying to do with a new book I'm doing called ISIS Runway of Doom, where, again, I commissioned an artist to do some art of ISIS wearing some lingerie because I want to show black women as beautiful. I want to show black women as attractive and desirable. That's what I want to do in my publications because I know a black woman is a woman. And again, to say a black woman is man of the year, I know that's an insult directed straight at us, an insult directed straight at us by racists who don't want to see the difference between a black man and a black woman and want to mock black women as a collective, want to mock black sisters out here and say, hey, you're just like a man. And sadly, because many black girls have low self-esteem, they buy into that poison. They buy into that poison thinking this is a positive, when all over the world, any other woman would see it as the insult it directly is. I mean, if you called a white woman a man, she would punch you in the face. If you called an Asian woman a man, she would punch you in the face. She would see that as an insult, again, to her core, because that's an insult directed straight at her. And again, the only place where they get away with this is black women. And again, they get away with this because our sisters don't have the self-esteem to understand when they're being insulted. I mean, that was shown to me a couple of months ago, really shown to me a couple of months ago when I made a video about a statue that they posted in Times Square, a statue of an obese black woman with masculine traits, and again, put this statue here to be among the men, put this statue here among the men, statues of men, put her with the statues of men to say that this black woman was just like those men. And sadly, many black women thought that that was a compliment, when in actuality it was an insult directed at black women, an insult directed at them by a person of a certain religion who created the project, and a black bootleg British sculptor. Again, they always go out here and get foreign-born blacks to go out here and push these type of agendas, like Cynthia Erivo. I mean, Cynthia Erivo is a bootleg who's gone out here and again participated in mangling the legend of Harriet Tubman. She's participated in, again, going out here and pushing many anti-black agendas, and they'll get these foreign-born blacks to push these anti-black agendas. But this is where new black media has to, again, galvanize the front, not just about telling you about these types of media, but counter-programming this type of media. And that's something I try to do here at SJS Direct. I try to counter-program this type of media. I try to counter-program it so our sisters can understand, again, the war that's being waged on them, the war that's being waged on their minds with the videos like this. And then I try to go out here and promote positive images of black women in my media, like books like my ISIS series or my Esteem series, or books like my recent Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer, which I sadly learned that people didn't want to buy because they didn't like the idea of seeing an attractive black woman, again, being in a place where she was out here having a vacation and having a good time. The sad part is that so many black women have been brainwashed to believe that their lives are miserable, that they don't even see that they could go out here and have a good time. I mean, the white girls can go out here and have a good time and have a vacation in their mind, but the black woman can't have this. That's what I got from the feedback when I, again, talked about Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer. Again, saddened to me, but we have to keep fighting, and that's what I have to keep persevering, again, because when it comes to, again, us, we have to be the ones to go out here and counter-program this nonsense. That's what we have to do as a collective. with new black media, we can't expect the legacy to media to do this because Johnson Publications basically is now a shell of its former self. I mean, they came here, but now we in new black media, this is part of our job. We've got to go out here and not only report on this dysfunction and let you know what's going on behind it, we also have to counter program that media, and that's something I'm doing right now. With many of my books, I'm trying to counter program that media so that our sisters can again understand that we celebrate their beauty, we celebrate their femininity, we celebrate their softness, we understand that it's different, we see how beautiful you are. And again, that's what I'm trying to do here with the publications here at SJS Direct, because I understand the war waged on black female minds. This is what I wrote about in a book I did called ISIS Dark Incubus last year. I wrote about the white supremacy's influence on the black female mind, and what they're doing here is trying to influence black females to think that they are just like men, and that whole campaign is something we need more pushback on, and we need pushback on it from new black media to say that that when it comes to our sisters are not men, they're not the same as men, and men and women are different. That's what we have to say in our media, and we have to do this because the only way we can counteract white supremacy is if we go out here and produce that type of media, and that's something that again we have to do because Cynthia Erivo again is not working for us. No, she's working against black women. Many black women will buy into this thinking, oh, it's a strong, independent black woman. No, this is a tool by the white man to push anti-black racism. And we have to go out here and understand and support black media that looks to elevate us, the sisters, to be what they really are, and celebrate our beauty. That's what we have to do out here, and that's why it's important to support a publisher like myself at SJS Direct, because the only way we get to see black beauty is in new black media. We are the ones who are going to present you with the beauty of the black woman and show you what makes a black woman a woman and what makes black women attractive to us. Now, if you want to pick up some of the positive books that I present here on the SJS Direct imprint that celebrate black women and elevate black women, you can find those books such as the ISIS series, the Esteem series, the books like Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer, and the Spinsterella series, books like All About Marilyn and All About Nikki. You can find all those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them at other online booksellers like Drafted Digital, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you'd like to see me make more videos talking about the impact of images in black media, you can drop a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS, My Sister, My Frenemy. It's a sister act as the goddess next door and the devilish diva team up in this action-packed ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS, My Sister, My Frenemy in paperback and e-readers everywhere. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS, Dark Incubus. The goddess next door gets enthralled in a romantic entanglement with an evil incubus in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Get your copy of ISIS Dark Incubus in paperback and e-readers today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Esteem Horror in the Hamptons. The aspiring angel tries to escape a house of horrors in this action-packed, all-new Esteem series adventure. Get your copy of Esteem Horror in the Hamptons in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, ISIS, Imitation of Life. The goddess next door helps a young black girl overcome racism during the era of Jim Crow in this Golden Age ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS, Imitation of Life in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. Support black-owned and black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.